he seemed really adamant that they would not sit him. Would Cleveland be better off sitting their starting quarterback at this point, Peter?
I think they probably should have sat him at some point just so his body could heal.
Right, that's what it's about.
Look, we did the injury report on Friday with Ian, and we laughed because it was knee, foot, shoulder, groin, and it was like head,
knees and
shoulders,
toes.
knees and toes, knees and toes. And it's like Baker, that's only scratching the surface. He is so injured, and he's playing. And credit to him, toughness is respected. It's awesome. But the question is, at what point are you harming the rest of the team by being out there? This was the worst possible matchup because Wink Martindale's defense, they send 9 every play, and it's like, we're going to knock you around, we're going to hit you. If you're telling me that a 60% Baker Mayfield is better than 100% Case Keenum, well, then you probably shouldn't have signed Case Keenum for the money that you're paying him because he's the highest paid backup quarterback in the league. At some point, I think it's worth having the conversation, and I almost wish it was a month ago so that Baker could have healed. We could have had healthy Baker the rest of the way. I respect the heck out of the loyalty to Baker, and I respect Baker's toughness, but I almost wonder if they're better off going to the backup for at least a game, a week, something, just so Baker's body could potentially heal. When you're listing body parts and at the end of the injury report, you're like, basically his body hurts. That's what we're saying, his body's injured. Maybe it's time that, for the sake of the team, you say, hey, maybe this one. I'm just going to sit this one out, and then I'll get my job back once I get healthy.
Yeah, I think they would be better off with Case Keenum. I just don't think that Baker Mayfield, when he's even 100%, is that much better than Case Keenum when Case Keenum is 100%. Now, I do think Baker Mayfield is a franchise quarterback. I think he is the guy for the Cleveland Browns. But to your point, Peter, how about just letting the guy heal? Okay, so that you can get the best version of Baker Mayfield when he is out there on the football field. In Case Keenum, he's averaging, for a career, about 200 pass yards a game. But one thing, he's going to manage the game. He's going to be able to hand the football off. I mean, this team is led by his run game, its offensive line, and its running backs. And so I think from a philosophy standpoint, you have the offensive philosophy and the defense to back you up, to support your backup quarterback playing an extended amount of time. Now, I know Baker Mayfield wants to play. He wants to show everybody he's tough. He wants that money, you know what I'm saying? That contract, everybody's talking about that. But at the end of the day, I think Baker is hurting his team. I still think there's questions of whether Baker Mayfield is the franchise quarterback still. So if you're still wondering whether Baker Mayfield is your franchise quarterback, I think the only answer is to play his backup. You have to play his backup, get him healthy, and I think Kevin Stefanski and the front office, they owe it to the rest of that team.
When you watch these games, the optics trump the statistics too. Baker doesn't look like himself. This is a guy who plays with the moxie and plays with this sort of flamboyance. He doesn't look like himself out there. You can tell watching him, that's not Baker. I know what Baker, that's not Baker. And say what you want about him as a quarterback, he is really accurate. I mean, that's what he does. Like, he throws darts. And the stats are bad too. I have a hard time getting here though. I do. Like, I'm not as seduced by Case Keenum as maybe some others, and neither are any of the teams that let him go the last several years. He's Case Keenum. He is what he is. There's nothing wrong with that. The Baker-Stefanski relationship represents something. There's a trust there. There's a you're my guy there, that I'm going to go down with you. And maybe that's hubris. Maybe that's ignorance. I've seen the football. It's not good. But I feel like Baker, maybe more than any quarterback in the league, still has that, like, I was the walk-on. I believe in myself. I'm undersized. Like, when my back is against the walls, when I'm at my best. And here's what's really interesting on a more practical level. They're in the bye now. So this whole thing about let him heal, it's a really timely bye. They don't have to play Sunday or Thursday. So it becomes like maybe in 12 days he is feeling better. We can split every hair we want. My take is that I have a hard time if I'm Stefanski being like, Baker, sit down. It's the pitcher on the mound who's like, let me stay in, let me finish this. And the guy's like, you're all over the plate, you sure? I feel like if he stays with him here, it could be something long-term where you stood with me when everyone else wanted me to bench you. And I think something that could pay off long run.
Cool.
But
or could get him fired.
Question. Or could get him fired, or they could lose out. It's a big risk.
His job is to protect Baker and to protect the team. So Baker's never going to be like, you know what, Coach, I'm really playing poorly today. And like, I think I'm struggling, and let me put myself on the bench. Like, no, like if Stefanski came out and he made it clear to the media, I'm going to bench him so he heals. It's the injury. It's only the injury. This is our, to save face for whatever anybody might be thinking to tear it apart. You protect him in the best way you can, and you do what's best for the team. I ask you because you're saying Baker's. I think you're interesting with this because you've been very resolute on having Baker's back. I know that you want him to be the quarterback in this league, as successful. And are you still there? Have you not waned even a little bit through what we've seen? Because I remember Chris Carter sat here, and him and I were like, I want to see the big moment. And Chris Carter was like, I don't think he's the guy. You're saying you don't think he's a huge improvement over Case Keenum. Nate Burleson has said this. I mean, we've all said this. We've had people sitting in that have played the game that have all sort of said that same thing about Baker. Where are you with him right now?
It's been tough. This is a hard topic. I don't have a clear answer on this. I'm not just going to stand on the table and be like, Baker, 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 Baker. I've watched for 25 years, watched Cleveland quarterbacks fail in that stadium, in that city. Baker came and split the Red Sea. He changed a lot of things, and this is pre-Stefanski. He changed things. I don't think you just get to bail on a guy after he made that big of a difference, and especially last year when he was healthy, it played that good of football, destroyed Pittsburgh by that much in the playoffs. I don't care who you give credit to.
One game.
I feel like he's earned a lot of slack here, a lot. And if he keeps playing this way, see you later. This is the NFL. It's tough, but...
You think he's earned the slack?
I do.
Really?
I do. I think he changed everything there. I really do.
What has he done, though? Like, to earn it? I guess I'm got kind of to Chris Carter's point. Like, what is the big moment where we said, okay, Baker put the team on his back for this stretch of games, and he just willed his team to wins? I don't know if I've seen that from Baker.
Mahomes wasn't even on the field. That big play, granted, you can talk about receivers and whatever, but I think, my rebuttal to that would be, what has he been asked to do, right? Because it's like a run-first team. Like, is he asked Schrager to be more than that? But then it also comes down to what everyone's talking about, contract. What are you going to pay a guy who does and leads an offense like that?
Yeah, and I got to think that internally they've had discussions, and Baker's our guy. We got to ride with Baker. And to your point, long-term, if you put Case Keenum in, and then you go to this contract negotiate, like, where are we at with that? So it's a really tricky thing. The bye week could not have come at a better time for the Browns. Hopefully they emerge out of this thing feeling better.
I think they're scared Case Keenum may look good.
No, and
then all of a sudden it messes up the entire plan.
They are paying Case Keenum a lot of money, though.